So today is look number 3 using the Tarte Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette. Using actually the blush as eyeshadow, so kind of bringing in more of like a pinkish tone. Also, I paired it with my favorite lip combination. If you guys have been around on my channel for years, you'll know what this is. If not, stay tuned because man, it's using one of my like limited edition lipsticks that I never use, so enjoy this lip color because it is like precious gold to me. I do mention in the video that if I was having a completely different wedding, this would be something that I would wear 100%. It's still something I'm struggling with, being like 10 months out from my wedding, 11 months or whatever it is. I'm still constantly every day struggling with what makeup I should do. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed in my intro, I can't not do this week without doing some sort of a sassy bun. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, I want to do just a big old bun too. It's just my lens makes it like my face like this size, so you guys never get to see sort of the top of my head. Okay, so for today's look, I'm actually going to be using Does This Thing Really Work? This is the blush shade in the palette. I'm going to be using that as my crease color. Then I'm also going to be using Sassy Bun, and I'm going to darken up the outer corner with Man Cat. If you guys are wondering like kind of what I do when I film, I watch YouTube videos or listen to like podcasts and stuff while I do one eye, and then often I'll like forget and go take a bath or like go check the mail or eat food with just one eye on, and then I come back and that's when you'll see me go, I think that's what I use. I actually did this eye like 2 hours ago. Also, I wear the same shirt because when I'm going through video footage, sometimes it gets mixed up. I don't know why, it just something happens when it imports into my iPhoto, it gets mixed up. And so if I wear the same shirt for like my 5 or 6 videos in a week, I can easily go, oh yeah, okay, so that clip matches this week, and so it's not. That's my reasoning, if you guys are curious. I always have a reason for everything. Had a really nice comment last week from somebody who's a teacher, and she said that I like how you explain which products you use before you use them. It's kind of the same way that I do it like with my students. I'm going to continue to keep doing that, even though I primarily use a lot of the same styles of brushes. You guys will kind of pick up on that as you watch my videos. Like, I have a metric fuck ton of brushes, but I always gravitate towards the same ones that I like using, and I also have multiple of the same shapes of brushes as well. So I'm using a big flat fluffy brush. This one's my favorite, you guys know that. I'm using a 217 style of brush, and if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically a brush from MAC. It's kind of a staple shape, so a lot of brushes mimicked their shape after a 217, which is why I use that. And then also just a small little shader kind of thing that I use for underneath the eye. Alright, so first I'm going into Big Baby, which is a cream colored matte shade. That's going all over everything. It's also going to neutralize any coloration that I have on my lids. From there, I'm going into the 217, and I'm going to be going right into Does This Thing Really Work? I'm just going to get quite a bit of that on there. Be sure to top it off. And then this is going to go right into my crease. And it blends out really well because blushes really should blend out really well, and this one does. So I'm also just going to go back in with that big flat brush to help blend out. Just going to pick up a little bit more of that just to add a little bit more depth and build the color a little bit. Kind of just focusing the darkness of color on the outer part of my crease and kind of the outer corner as well. And from there, I'm just going to take my finger. I'm going to swirl around in Sassy Bun, which is the really nice gold shade there in the center. I'm just going to take that right on my finger. This is going to go into the center of my lid, and then also on the inner sort of 1/3, as well as an inner corner highlight. And then we're going to go back into that brush that just has the remainder of Does This Thing Really Work, which is the pink. I'm going to dust this underneath the eye. And then I first did that and I stepped back and I went, okay, I can't use just that pink there. At least for me, it really does make me look sick if I put pink underneath the eye. And so I decided to take that little smudgy brush and go into Man Cat, which is the dark purple. And then this I'm going to actually just put right underneath my lashes. Just add a little bit of depth of color, and I find just even adding that little bit of a dark shade underneath the eye, it makes it look like less of a sickly pink color. And then I'm just going to lightly add a little bit of that color right into the outer part of my eyes, into the crease, just to add a little bit of depth. And then from there, the eyes are done. I just went ahead and added a coat of mascara, and as usual, my favorite eyelashes right at the moment are the Sephora Flirt number 30s. Seriously, these guys are freaking fantastic. And they're one of those eyelashes that the more you use them, the better they get. If that makes sense. If you wear false eyelashes a lot, you'll know what I mean. Okay, so then for the face, you know the drill. NYX Taupe blush. Let's do it. For blush, I'm obviously going to go back into Does This Thing Really Work for my blush. Pretty much what I'll be wearing all this week. And then for a highlight, I'm going to go back into Gator Wings. I found a really good way to make that really pigmented and not super glittery is to just take your finger and use that, like, hello. And then from there, once that's sort of lightly applied, then I take my brush and just use that to blend it out. And it's like, that's blinding right there. I also used a little bit of that just right on my Cupid's bow. For lips, I'm going to do a combination that I really liked. One of my personal favorites is I'm going to do sort of like a nudie pink matte liquid lipstick, and then I'm going to go on top of it with my favorite like limited edition lipstick of all time, Lollipop Loving from MAC, which I have like the smallest amount of. Why, MAC? Like, please re-release this. I can remember years ago, I always said that I would wear this color to my wedding. This was before I realized that it was socially acceptable to wear pretty much whatever color I want. Now I'll probably wear red, but I can't help but think that, like, at the very least, I might just, like, keep this lipstick in my wedding purse, because I always said that, like, I'll keep this as my wedding makeup. So I don't use that lipstick very often, so you guys are like lucking out, because if anyone happens to have this lipstick and legit wants to send it to me, I will accept it. I'm not even joking. Okay, so the matte color underneath is Makeup Monster's Vintage Avenue. Okay, so then that is what just the matte liquid lips looks like. So if you wanted to just pair it with a matte and not go over it with anything else, that's the finished look right there. If you ever want to go over and add a little bit of Lollipop Loving to it. The reason why I love this lipstick so much is it's like a nudie peachy pink, and it also has gold, but also has green reflex in it. I'm not sure how well the camera will pick it up, but it looks amazing in person, and I just, oh, like, MAC, why? It's been like 6 years since they re-released this formula, and I'm just like, okay, so then that's what Lollipop Loving looks on top. I'm not sure how well you guys can pick up on sort of the green shift in that. It's very subtle. This was kind of the days before like really intense duochrome shift liquid lipsticks, which I do have a couple of, but nothing quite like this. If anyone happens to know of a dupe of this, please let me know, or where I can find one of these on like eBay. I know there was a couple on eBay for like $200 back in the day, because it was part of the Heatherette collection, and it's taking everything I have not to buy it, but yeah. I'm telling you, if I was having like 10 different weddings, this is what I would wear, something like this, because I love it. I love this lip color so much. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this look for day number 3, and you guys stay tuned for tomorrow's video. As usual, I like to just mention my videos go out at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so compare that to where you guys are in the world. That's typically around the time that I like watching videos in the morning, so that's when I upload them. And yeah, leave me any comments down below. Do you like this look? Would you wear it? Have you thought about using the blush color on the crease? I imagine it's eye safe. I'm assuming it is. My eyeballs haven't fallen out yet, so just double check that if you're worried. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy this, and until my next video, I'll talk to all you soon. Bye!